Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Greetings webheads, it's time for update on Spider-Man Brand New Day as well as some other Spider-Man movie news. In case you haven't seen it, check out my first Spider-Man Brand New Day video in the description box where I try to guess the plot of the movie and more rumors. Alright, let's get straight into the news. Toby Maguire has been spotted in London last month in September. And why was Toby in London? Well, either he filmed his scenes for his appearance in Avengers Doomsday, or maybe there's a poker tournament, or maybe Toby just likes London and it has nothing to do with Doomsday or a Brand New Day. But obviously the biggest speculation going on online is that he probably filmed his scene for Avengers Doomsday. Once again, the official Doomsday cast reveal did not reveal everybody. There are more people, more characters appearing than what we've been told so far, and it would be super appropriate for Toby to appear in Doomsday and in Secret Wars as well. I mean, they're pretty much gathering all the old school characters. X-Men, I mean, they're bringing Cyclops, they're bringing Magneto. The upcoming two Avengers movies, especially Secret Wars, I personally think is just really a goodbye to entire era of the OG superhero movies, and pretty much most likely Wolverine appears there, right? Hugh Jackman. So it would be sick if Toby is actually playing some sort of a part in it. Seeing him, for example, with Hugh Jackman, I mean, that would be awesome, right? I just hope if he does appear in Doomsday, it's not just a cameo. There's like some sort of a plot line tied to his character, to his Peter Parker, and he's actually going to do something important, you know. Once again, Toby's been just spotted in London, and Doomsday wrapped filming last month in September as well, after like what 5 or 6 months shooting. So there will still be reshots, and maybe, just maybe, OG Spidey will appear in it. I'm super excited about it. And unlike the fake out in, for example, Infinity War, where so many superheroes died and then they came back, I think Secret Wars, they will die and they will not come back. Something tells me it will be quite sad. It's like something is going to happen that will wipe entire universes, especially Toby's universe as well, his Spider-Man universe, Andrew's universe, X-Men, Fox universe, everything, you know. It will be a clean slate. But this time it's probably stakes are more higher and we're in for some emotional ride. There were multiple scoopers the last couple of months that confirmed that there is Spider-Man in Doomsday, but nobody said which Spider-Man. It could be Tom, it could be Andrew, it could be Toby, right? And another scooper, James Mack on Twitter, said that Tom Holland will appear in Doomsday, but his appearance is super brief, but apparently he will have a protagonist role in Secret Wars. That's where he will shine and will do a lot. Protagonist in Secret Wars, that sounds exciting if it's true, right? Especially seeing how he will probably get his hands on symbiote the same way he did in the comics in Avengers Secret Wars. So I'm looking forward to that if that's true. We will go from I'm sorry Mr. Stark to die Mr. Stark in Secret Wars. Tom Holland sustained an injury while filming Brand New Day in the UK, and the original reports at various websites, they said that, oh my god, Tom Holland is rushed to hospital, oh my god, he's like nearly dying or something. And then the actual truth is that it was apparently a mild concussion, and Tom was pretty well and actually attended some sort of a charity event the next day, so it wasn't really too serious. He probably tried to do his own stunt and it backfired. We don't really have too much details on that, but a couple of days later he did say, I'm sorry I had to leave early, but I'm feeling better and on the mend. A huge thanks to my dad for taking over after I left. This show got considerably funny. Now, he's obviously referencing the event he attended later after getting the injury. The tabloids report that he fell on his head while doing a stunt, like mid-stunt he cracked his head. And just recently Tom's father actually said they weren't even filming at the Leavesden Studios, there was no ambulance, there was no woman that was injured, or they got everything wrong, Scoopers got it wrong. So he said Tom is fine and that's all that matters. Don't believe everything you read on the internet, especially those hot headlines. Tom was asked to give us a clarification regarding his MCU future, like how many more Spider-Man films he's going to star in, and he said, I think with anything, it's all about what's in front of you, and right now in front of us is Spider-Man Brand New Day, and focusing on making that movie worthy of the last film. I have been actively sifting through the internet and trying to best understand what it is that the fans want from Spider-Man movie, and that's been my driving force in these pitch meetings. I think the producers at times were like absolutely sick of me, but I think it's really important because we make these movies for the fans. In terms of my future in the character beyond this film, I don't know the answer to that. Now, two things. Number one, yes, it's been reported last month that Tom is actually actively checking out the internet, surfing the web, and finding actually what fans want. I just hope he will find proper stuff and not some certain Reddit topics or some forums. Honestly, you shouldn't do that. You shouldn't look up what people want, what fans want. Number one, it's confusing because everybody wants something else. And number two, if you will find wrong thing, somebody who maybe not gets the character or somebody who has a certain vision, and then you would follow that vision, it will not end well. Really, you shouldn't do that. So I think he said it just for the marketing purposes, really. And I mean, really, do you think studio execs will allow Tom to bring major differences to plot, to how Peter behaves, to what Peter says, and because he read some Reddit and he read what people want, what fans want? Probably not, really. Let's be honest here. So yeah, reading what fans want is a recipe for disaster. Just read the source material instead, read some Spider-Man comic books, classic storylines, but don't listen what people want. You will make happy one guy and you will piss off another one. Another thing, also interesting one, is that some time ago Tom did say in an interview if he's still playing Spider-Man after he's 30 years old, he's probably done something wrong. Now, Tom is 29 years old already, so it's not really too far from 30. I guess he will still play Spidey. Maybe he has an entire trilogy planned, so who knows? If he's afraid of being typecast, or like if he's afraid of being well known as only Spider-Man, really? Not Tom. Anybody else, not Tom. He will star in Christopher Nolan's Odyssey, right? He had so many good films in the past. I mean, seriously, Tom shouldn't worry about it. He's not Daniel Radcliffe and he's not Harry Potter, you know. Really, Tom, play Spidey as much as you want, as much as you feel like, and of course, as much as Marvel is going to pay you as well. I would like to just remind you guys that Andrew was 29 years old at the time of The Amazing Spider-Man, the first one, and Toby was like 26 years old, I believe, during Spider-Man 1, Sam Raimi's one. So really, I think Tom's got a couple of years and he will be fine. Quite recently, Tom actually confirmed that the suit in Brand New Day is indeed inspired by Andrew's and Toby's suits. I'm really glad that people are picking up on the homage to Toby and Andrew's suit. I think the third movie was very much about paying respect to those guys. I really like the idea that he's trying to be his big brothers. He also revealed that the suit is redesigned for comfort and performance, and it actually feels good this time. I talked about it in my first Brand New Day video. I said that maybe, you know, this suit is actually like lore-wise, plot-wise, he actually is inspired by Toby and Andrew, and then a week later he said it, so it's really awesome. Many people guessed it right as well. I'm still thinking if it will be revealed in the movie or we're supposed to think that Peter was inspired by the previous two Spider-Man. We'll see about it in the actual Brand New Day. Speaking of Toby, there's some news going on quite recently that maybe a Spider-Man 4 from Sam Raimi will actually see the green light. Of course, we were expecting Spider-Man 4 to be released in early 2011. However, the entire movie was scrapped because Sam Raimi had some wink-wink creative differences with Sony. Just last week, Mattson Tomlin, the co-writer for Batman Part 2, revealed that he's trying his best to come up with a script for Sam Raimi's Spider-Man 4. He's trying to pitch that idea to Marvel, apparently, and Sony. Apparently, his vision for Spider-Man 4 is about Toby's Peter basically struggling to balance his Spider-Man life, fighting crime, and his family. Now he has a family. So apparently he allegedly tries to contact Sam Raimi about it. I believe shortly after Multiverse of Madness came out, Sam Raimi did actually say that nothing is impossible regarding Spider-Man 4, so if the idea is there, the script is there, he would do it, honestly. Well, if you're gonna do Spider-Man 4, then you gotta do The Amazing Spider-Man 3 with Andrew. Hell with that, you gotta do that. Andrew deserves The Amazing Spider-Man 3 as much as Toby deserves Spider-Man 4, and it will be pretty crazy actually, just think about it. 3 Spider-Man and each of them has their own movie throughout like a year. That would be crazy, right? Obviously this is not confirmed, you know, you can see many headlines currently going like, oh, Spider-Man 4 is confirmed, first details, nothing is confirmed, I'm telling you, it's just like the guy, the writer is trying to pitch his idea. Will I be excited? Of course. I will tell you a secret. When the Amazing Spider-Man reboot was announced and the Spider-Man 4 was cancelled, I was so sad and I was like, no way we will not see Toby. I cannot believe it. I know I didn't believe it even up until the first trailer for the Amazing Spider-Man 1 came out. I don't know if you guys remember that famous interview where Toby talks about Spider-Man 4, how it's like entered production phase and they will start filming soon, right? I watched that interview so many times and I was so pissed off. I still couldn't believe it. You have to remember, both Sam and Toby and Kirsten and everybody else, they were like a family. I believe Toby said, if Sam is off, I will not do it. And Sam said Sam, if Toby gets replaced or some other Spider-Man comes in, he will not do it. So they respected each other. So if Spider-Man 4 actually happens, oh my god. I'm pretty sure Sam Raimi will be willing to do that. I'm pretty sure Toby will be willing to do that. And actually, recently, Kirsten Dunst said that would be cool, right? I mean, I don't know if the fans are into it. I feel like this is an interesting movie, right? Me and Toby doing that again, but with kids. So Kirsten wants it, Sam Raimi wants it, Toby probably wants it. I guess make it happen. Tell me, did you watch the Sam Raimi's trilogy re-release? It happened quite recently in the theaters and cinemas, including Spider-Man 2.1. The release actually brought up over $2 million at the box office, so pretty exciting news. Many Spider-Man fans weren't born when Toby's trilogy was in cinemas, so it's a nice opportunity to watch it on the big screen for sure. Spider-Man Brand New Day will have way more villains than previously speculated. In my original video I talked about all the rumored villains that will appear in Brand New Day and how there might be an opening sort of montage showing Peter dealing with those villains. Apparently all these scoopers are actually confused. Somebody says that Tarantula Boomerang is in the movie, somebody says Ramrod, Tombstone is in the movie. Apparently all of them are in the movie, but like I said, it is indeed part of the opening montage. Quote, a good majority of those villains being reported are meant to be a part of an opening montage similar to the Fantastic Four First Steps, where we would see Spider-Man take on these villains over the years since No Way Home. We'll see how with each passing battle, Peter would upgrade his suit, reaching the one we see in Brand New Day. So there's lots and lots of bad guys to be expected, but most of them, especially such as Tarantula, for example, are probably have a really brief appearance in the opening scene. And also speaking about villains, we've got yet another casting announcement, not official yet, but reported by Deadline, apparently trusted source, that Marvin Jones III is going to play Tombstone in Spider-Man Brand New Day. We heard that the Tombstone might be appearing, and apparently this guy is our Tombstone. And if he looks familiar to you, well, it makes sense because he also voiced Tombstone in Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, and apparently will be Tombstone in Spider-Man Beyond the Spider-Verse, which is coming out in 2027. So not only Tombstone voice, an actual Tombstone actor as well. A truly evil crime lord. I'm actually excited to see what's going on with him in Brand New Day. Perhaps he will have some connections with Kingpin if Kingpin actually makes an appearance in Brand New Day. And now that we're talking about crime families, it's worth noting that one of the recent updates is that apparently Charlie Cox, Daredevil, will make appearance in Spider-Man Brand New Day and will probably team up with Spidey. One of the insiders told the other insider that a reliable source casually told me, not realizing what an insane spoiler that was. They said Charlie will be heading over there to film Spider-Man. We might be expecting a team up between Spidey and Daredevil. It happened many times in the comics. I'm super excited about it, and I'm excited about Tombstone as well. Or maybe Charlie will have just a short cameo scene similar to the one we've seen in Spider-Man No Way Home. Just a really good lawyer. Tom and Robert recently did this commercial, really funny one. Tom is promoting his alcohol-free larger barrel, and Downey is promoting his Happy Coffee brand. Does it mean that they will meet in Brand New Day or Doomsday? No, it's just a commercial. A really effective one and a really cool one, and I'm just happy to see both of them together. And holy moly, RDJ looks old. I guess that's what time does to you, right? I just hope RDJ is actually playing a Doom and he's not a Tony Stark variant in Doomsday, because really, let him be Doctor Doom. Don't bring Iron Man back. Don't make Doctor Doom use Iron Man's resemblance to gain Peter's trust or maybe something like that. And I want to say, don't take Doctor Doom's mask off in Doomsday, but considering how much Robert is getting paid for those movies, there's no way he will not take his mask off. He probably will not wear a mask for the majority of the movie. Now some Punisher updates. We all know Punisher will play a huge role in Brand New Day. Apparently he will have a female partner, some sort of a female character. Some say it may be Rachel Cole. She's a character from the comic books. She's a vigilante. She's sort of like an anti-hero to the Punisher himself. There were many reports that the main villain of Brand New Day is actually not he but she. It's a female character, so we still don't know who exactly that is. Also, the guy who reported originally did the report that Frank Castle and Bruce Banner will join a Brand New Day. He also reveals apparently a leak that that female villain will be a shapeshifter. They've cast the person, but I'm not allowed to say who it was. Not sure if they're the chameleon or not, but they're a shapeshifter. Who? Sadie Sink? Who? Who is that? I guess we'll have to wait and find out. There's a cool character called Shathra. You can dig it up. She has one of her... She's basically a goddess, and one of her abilities is actually shape shifting. So who knows? Maybe Sadie Sink isn't actually playing Jean Grey or anybody else. Maybe she's actually playing the villain and this one. So because we still don't know really who Sadie Sink is playing. He also revealed that neither Tombstone, neither Scorpion is the main villain. Wow, how about that? And that MJ has a new boyfriend, which makes Peter angry, and the entire movie a little more darker, quote, and grounded. So that's interesting. Obviously MJ forgot who Peter is, so did Ned, and now she has a new boyfriend and Peter is angry. You know what happens when Peter is angry? Maybe this will tie into the symbiote storyline. How excited that would be, right? I talk a lot about symbiote and how they might introduce a symbiote and Venom into the MCU in my first Brand New Day video, so in case you haven't seen it yet, once again check out the description box. There's a meme going on, and now this meme became a rumor that is actually Robert Pattinson. I'm not sure about that. Apparently, one of the plot points in Brand New Day is that Punisher and his partner, they are tracking criminals and they're trying to kill all of them. And that's why there is a conflict between Spidey and Punisher, because Punisher wants everybody dead. Every single Spider-Man villain, every single villain in NYC basically dead. Which brings us to the latest set photos. Again, we've got a huge tank we've seen previously, and apparently that tank and that Punisher's truck, all of that might be for Punisher trying to break out villains from the prison, because apparently the tank smashed into what looks like a prison. Might be because Punisher wants to break out, for example, Scorpion and try to kill him, and then Spider-Man stops him, and then Scorpion actually gets free and then causes havoc. And somebody also destroyed that tank. Somebody lifted the tank during the filming. I suspect it might be Hulk. We all know Mark Ruffalo's Hulk will make an appearance here. Who knows? Somebody is pulling that tank. Somebody destroyed that wall, and it really ties up with all the rumors. So again, I have to say it, Punisher is probably tracking villains and he's trying to kill them, and Spider-Man is stopping them because Peter already did that in No Way Home, and he tries to continue to do that in Brand New Day as well, because that's the right thing to do. There was also a helicopter that was spotted on the Basingstoke set, and this helicopter drove everybody nuts. People believe that they will replicate this very scene from Spider-Man for PS4, Spider-Man actually sketching helicopters and webbing them, and that's one of the best scenes from the game, and I hope so. I kinda wanna dig into all these set photos, find all the details, and I kinda don't want to too much, because last time I did it, we pretty much guessed the entire plot of The Amazing Spider-Man 2, so I don't know, guys. We'll see when we get more stuff, and especially when we will get the first trailer. And since we talked about Tombstone, another recent rumor, really recent one, suggests that Punisher and Tombstone will be in direct conflict as well. Another report also tells us that they filmed a scene where Peter and MJ and Ned meet up. So 3 of them meet up for some reason. So that's interesting. Maybe they will somehow magically remember who Peter is. There's also some rumors unconfirmed that the trailer for Brand New Day might be coming out this December already. I don't know about it. Maybe we'll get some really brief glimpse of footage. Most likely something big will come out during Super Bowl next year, probably. Another piece of news, everybody's favorite Roger Harrington teacher, Martin Starr, was asked recently if he will return in Spider-Man Brand New Day, and he said, I'm not sure, I don't know, which probably means yes, according to previous experiences. Back in early September, also Mark Ruffalo said that he's excited to be in a new Spider-Man movie, but he hasn't read a script yet, so that makes you question really how big of a part Hulk will have in Brand New Day, really. A couple of days ago, Tom also confirmed that Brand New Day is indeed a rebirth for Spider-Man. Basically, he said it really feels like we aren't making the fourth movie, we're making the first movie in the next chapter. This is a rebirth, which brings us to the beginning of the video where I was talking about Tom's future. Most likely, yes, Tom has another trilogy planned, probably, I guess. Another minor piece of news is that apparently, in terms of Punisher's timeline, it's like if you take a series of Punisher's appearances before it is Born Again Season 1, Punisher close to Season 2, and then Brand New Day, like almost instantly. How Born Again sets up Spider-Man Brand New Day, apparently quote Kingpin's rule of law and how it affects Spider-Man as a hero. Also, J. Jonah Jameson, not the biggest fan of Kingpin. Sure, he agrees with the politics, but he sees through his web of lies. I really hope Kingpin is in Brand New Day, even like a minor appearance. And there was another rumor from another scooper that MIT, where MJ and Ned will be studying in Brand New Day, will be actually portrayed as evil in the MCU. There's something shady going on. And there was also a rumor about the Department of Damage Control coming back in MCU, and that was before we got this set video I showed you earlier. Basically, yes, the Damage Control Department comes back. They caused some issues for those who watched Miss Marvel. Kamala had to deal with them, and now Spidey is dealing with them as well. And here's a pic from the man himself, John Bertal, showing us his ripped body on his Instagram quite recently as well. Obviously, this is his Punisher look. So there you have it, guys. All the latest Spider-Man news, especially a huge cover today about Brand New Day. Pretty much, if you watch this, you know everything up until now for quite some time regarding Brand New Day. And that's really all we will have, because unfortunately, Sony cancelled Spider-Man's Brand New Day Comic-Con panel for some reason, and just recently. It's quite shocking, so we will not be getting any new information this October, new footage, new photos, nothing apparently, so this leads us to just speculate throughout the filming process in the meantime. Thank you so much, guys. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like it, and see you later. Take care. We will be covering more stuff in near future. There's the Spider-Man No Way Home review coming up soon, and there's something else on the gaming channel soon as well. Thank you, guys. Take care, and bye-bye.